Stay here with me, my child, just for a little while longer. There is no hurry in this place. There is no clock on the wall of this sanctuary. This time is for you. It is a sacred, protected gift that I give to you. A moment carved out from the very fabric of time. A quiet haven meant only for us. Do not let your mind run ahead to what comes next. Do not allow it to linger on what has already passed. I invite you, with all the love in my heart, to simply be present here. In this moment, with me, let us begin with your breath, for it is the anchor of the present moment. Let us take a breath together now, a long, slow, deep breath in. Imagine that the very air you are breathing is my own peace, a tangible substance, flowing directly from my spirit into the deepest parts of you. Feel it as it enters your body, cool and pure and clean. It is the breath of life, the same breath I first breathed into creation. Hold it for just a moment, letting that peace permeate every cell, and now breathe out, a long, slow, complete exhalation. As you exhale, you are releasing the noise of the world. You are releasing the static from your mind. You are releasing the hurried, anxious energy that clings to you from your day. Let it all go. Let's do that again, my beloved. Another deep breath in, receiving my calm, receiving my strength, receiving my love. Feel your chest rise and expand. And a long, slow breath out, releasing your turmoil, releasing your thoughts, releasing your need to control. With every cycle of breath, you are becoming more still, more centered, more deeply present with me. Feel the tension begin to melt away from your shoulders. That place where you carry so much responsibility, feel it release from the tight clench of your jaw. Feel the muscles around your eyes soften. Let my peace begin its gentle, divine work in you. Now, turn your gaze to the great, calm lake before us. Look how the moonlight travels across its surface. It is a path of soft, liquid silver, a road of light painted on the deep, dark water. I painted that light on the water just for you tonight. I commanded the moon to shine in just this way, at this very hour, for your eyes to see. And I commanded the wind to be still, so the water would be like glass for you. Each tiny, shimmering ripple is a testament to the quiet beauty I can bring into your life. A beauty that is calm and quiet and profoundly deep. It does not shout for attention. It does not boast. It simply is. This is the kind of beauty, the kind of peace I want to cultivate within your soul. A quiet, reflective, unshakable peace. You have been moving so fast for so long, my precious child. Your mind has been a whirlwind, a storm of thoughts, racing to solve every problem, to anticipate every need, to plan every step, to carry every burden that has been placed upon you, and so many more that you have placed upon yourself. But here, in this place, I command that whirlwind to cease. Here there is nothing to solve. Here there is nothing to plan. Here there is no one you must please. The only thing required of you here is to exist, to be still, to be held, to be with me. Let me take you to a memory, a story of my prophet Elijah. He was waiting for me on the mountain, his heart heavy with exhaustion and fear. He felt utterly alone, and he was expecting me to arrive in a grand, world-shaking display of power. He watched as a great and powerful wind tore through the mountains, a force so strong it shattered the rocks in its path. But I was not in the wind. I was not in the chaos and the destruction. Then, after the wind, There was an earthquake, a great shaking of the very foundations of the world, the ground groaning beneath his feet. But I was not in the earthquake. I was not in the fear and the instability. And after the earthquake, there was a fire, a consuming, brilliant, roaring fire, its heat intense and its light blinding. But I was not in the fire. I was not in the terrifying judgment or the blinding passion. And after the fire, when all was silent and devastated, there came the sound of a gentle whisper, a still, small voice, a sound so quiet he had to silence his own heart to hear it. And in that whisper, I was there. That is where I am found, my child. That is where I am speaking to you now. Not in the roaring chaos of the world's demands, not in the earthquake of your anxieties, not in the fire of your anger or your shame. I am found in the quiet of your own heart when you choose to turn down the deafening volume of the world and listen for me. I am that gentle whisper for you tonight. I am speaking peace to your soul. I am speaking love to your heart. I am speaking rest to your body. Can you hear me? This stillness is a gift. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to achieve it through strenuous effort. You only have to receive it. It is my gift to you, my beloved, given freely and joyfully out of my endless, infinite ocean of love for you. Let this stillness settle over you now, like a warm, soft, heavy blanket, fresh from the sun. Feel the gentle, comforting pressure of it, grounding you, making you feel safe and profoundly secure. It is the weight of my presence. It is the tangible reality of my arms holding you close. It is the feeling of being completely and utterly safe. Let us quiet your body now, piece by piece, with great care. Bring all of your awareness to your feet. Focus on your right foot. Feel the ground beneath your heel. Feel the arch. Wiggle your toes in your mind, and then let them be still. Let go of all the tension there. Now bring your awareness to your left foot. Give it the same attention. Let your feet feel heavy, warm, and completely at rest. They have carried you far. Now I will carry you. Allow this feeling of release, this wave of calm, to travel up into your ankles and into your calves. Let go of the need to run, to stand, to strive, to move. Now feel the stillness move into your knees and up into your thighs, these strong muscles that have worked so hard. Let them be completely limp, completely soft, completely supported by the ground beneath you. There is nowhere you need to go. Feel this peace spreading into your hips and deep into your lower back, a place that holds so much tension. Let your spine release as if you could create space between each vertebra. Imagine my own hand on your back, soothing the muscles, erasing every knot of tension. And your shoulders, my child, let them drop, let them fall. Release the weight you have been carrying there. Now, feel this wave of calm as it flows down from your shoulders into your arms. Your biceps, your elbows, your forearms, all the way to your wrists and into your hands. Your hands have done so much today. They have typed, they have held, they have worked. They have held on so tightly to your worries. Now, let them open. Uncurl your fingers. Let your hands rest, palms up in a posture of receiving. And finally, bring this gentle attention to your neck, your jaw, your face. Unclench your teeth. Let your tongue rest gently in your mouth. Smooth the space between your eyebrows. Let a look of soft serenity grace your features. Your whole body is now still. It is safe to let go. I am here. I am watching over you. I am the Lord of stillness. I am the one who stood in the boat on the raging sea of Galilee, while my disciples panicked in fear. I spoke to that violent storm, to the chaotic waves and the howling wind, and I said, simply, "Peace, be still." And in an instant, the wind ceased, and there was a great, profound calm. The very same authority I used on those waves, I use now on the storm inside your heart. I speak to the waves of your anxiety. I speak to the winds of your worry, and I say to them, "Peace, be still." Feel that great, supernatural calm descending upon you now. This is our journey tonight, my child. A journey into a deeper rest than you have known. Just stay here. Keep breathing this slow, easy rhythm. Keep listening to the quiet sounds of our sanctuary. Simply be still and know that I am God. Know that I am in control. Know that you are deeply, completely, and eternally loved by me. Rest as you rest here in this deep and profound stillness. Let us now gently turn our attention to the day that has passed. Do not be afraid. We will not relive it. We will release it. I was with you through all of it, you know. My eyes never left your side. I was there in that first moment of morning, when you opened your eyes and your mind was instantly flooded with the day's overwhelming to-do list. I was there in the hurried breakfast, the frantic search for keys, the rush out the door. I was there in the difficult, frustrating conversations, the ones that left a bitter, metallic taste in your soul and a tightness in your chest. I was there in the small, quiet victories that no one else seemed to notice, but I saw them and I smiled. And I was there in the profound moments of bone-deep weariness, when you felt you could not take another step or answer another question. I have not missed a single second of your life today. I have seen every struggle. I have heard every silent, desperate prayer. I have felt every hidden sigh of your heart as if it were my own. Now, my beloved, it is time to let it all go. The day is over. Its story has been written. Its sun has set. There is nothing more you can do to change what happened. There is no benefit in replaying its scenes over and over in your mind, searching for a different outcome. That is a heavy, fruitless task. It is not yours to carry into this peaceful, holy night. This night is for healing. I want you to imagine with me that the entire day is a heavy, sodden cloak that you have been wearing. Can you feel its weight on your shoulders right now? It is cold and uncomfortable, and it smells of rain and dust. It is a cloak woven from the threads of every pressure, every demand, every deadline, every interruption. It is stained with the dark mud of a regret, a harsh word you wish you could take back, a moment of impatience, or a task left undone that now haunts the corners of your mind. The collar is stiff with unspoken words and frustrations. The sleeves are heavy with the exhausting work you performed, and the whole garment is soaked through with the cold, chilling rain of a disappointment, an unmet expectation, a hurt feeling, a moment where you felt utterly let down or completely misunderstood. Right now, in your mind, I want you to gently, slowly, begin to unfasten that cloak. This is a deliberate act of your will. Bring your hands to the clasp at your neck. It might feel stiff and resistant from being held so tightly for so long. That resistance is the feeling of holding on to control, to worry, to yesterday. But with my help, you can let it go. Together, let's work it loose. Feel the clasp give way with a soft click. Now, feel the cloak begin to slide from your shoulders. It is the literal weight of every expectation, every pressure, every unmet need from the last 12 hours. Let it slide down your arms, heavy and awkward. Let it pool at your feet. And then step out of it. Step away, leaving it in a heap on the ground. You do not need it anymore. As you look at it lying there, watch as it dissolves. It simply vanishes into the earth beneath it. I take it from you. I absorb it. The frustrations, the anxieties, the words spoken in haste, the tasks left undone, the goals not met. I take them all into myself. They are no longer yours to carry. They are mine now. I will sort through them. I will handle them. I will redeem what can be redeemed, and I will discard what needs to be forgotten. Now feel the astonishing lightness in your shoulders. Feel the cool night air on your skin where that heavy, damp cloak used to be. Feel the freedom of being unburdened. Stand up straight in your spirit. Breathe deeply. You are free from the weight of today. My love for you, my child, does not depend on the story of that cloak. My love for you is not a reward for a perfect performance. It does not increase when you are successful, and it does not decrease when you stumble. My love is like this moonlight on the lake, is constant, it is steady, it is serene, and it is pure. It was there at the chaotic start of your day, and it is here now, at the quiet end, unchanged, unwavering, and completely, utterly focused on you. You are loved. That is the fundamental, unshakable truth of your existence. Let that truth sink deeper than any of your failures or successes from the day. Now, let us perform a small ceremony of release to make sure nothing is left behind. Let us use the fire beside us. This fire represents my purifying presence. I want you to bring to mind that unsettled conversation, the one that left you feeling hurt or angry. In your mind, write the words that were said on a piece of paper, and then see yourself tossing that paper into the fire. Watch the edges curl and turn black. Watch the words turn to ash and smoke, rising up and disappearing into the night sky. It is finished. I have taken the sting from it. Release it. Now, think of that worry about tomorrow. That financial concern, that health issue, that relational strain. Imagine that worry as a heavy stone in your hand. Feel its weight, its coldness, its sharp edges. You have been clenching it in your fist all day. Now, look at me. See the love and trustworthiness in my eyes. I am asking you to give it to me. Open your hand and give me the stone. Let me take it. Feel the transfer of weight as I take it from you. I will cast it into the deepest part of this lake, where it will be forgotten forever. It is my burden now, not yours. Your job is simply to rest. My job is to work on your behalf, even and especially while you sleep. Finally, think of any moment today where you felt you were not enough. A moment of failure, embarrassment, or deep inadequacy. These are fiery darts, lies the enemy whispers to you in the quiet moments of the night to steal your peace and your identity. But I am here to speak the louder, eternal truth. You are my child. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in my own image. Your worth is not in what you do or what you accomplish. Your worth was sealed for all eternity on a wooden cross, where I declared you were worth dying for. You are mine. Let my truth, like a powerful, cleansing wave of pure, living water, wash over that feeling of failure. Let it wash over your shame until it is completely gone, replaced by the warm, unshakable assurance of my unconditional, pursuing, and victorious love. The day is done. It is sealed and placed in the past. What was good in it? let us hold in gratitude before the Father. What was painful, I am healing right now. What was left undone, I am covering with my grace. You are now entering a holy space, the sanctuary of the night. It is a time for deep restoration and divine renewal. Tomorrow is a new day, a clean page, unwritten and pristine. And my mercies, my faithfulness, will be new for you when the sun rises. You do not need to figure out tomorrow, tonight. Tonight is only for rest. Tomorrow has its own portion of grace, and I will be there to meet you in it. So breathe deeply one final time, a full, cleansing, victorious breath. And as you exhale, blow away the very last, invisible remnants of the day. Watch them disappear like dust in the wind, carried away, gone forever. All that is left is you and me, and this blessed, peaceful, holy night. You are clean, you are present, you are safe. You have let go. You have done well, my precious child. Now, continue to rest. Just rest. Now that the day has been released, now that the heavy cloak has fallen away, a new quietness begins to settle in your soul. It is a fragile quiet, perhaps, a silence that you are not used to. The world is so full of noise, so full of competing voices, shouting for your attention, for your energy, for your allegiance. The voice of your work, the voice of your family, the voice of your own inner critic, the voice of fear, the voice of endless media. It is a constant, deafening roar, and you have grown so accustomed to it that this quiet, this stillness, can feel almost unnerving at first. But do not be afraid of this silence, for it is in this sacred quiet that you can finally begin to hear me. My voice is not another shout in the crowd. It is not a roar that competes with the thunder of the world. My voice is different. It is the foundation beneath the silence. It is the gentle hum of creation. It is the whisper that spoke the stars into existence. It is the still, small voice that found Elijah after the wind, the earthquake, and the fire had all passed. And it is speaking to you now. I want you to listen. Not with your ears, but with your heart. The heart has its own way of hearing, a deeper way of knowing. Tune the ear of your heart to my frequency. Imagine your soul as a radio, for so long tuned to the loud, frantic stations of the world. Now, with a gentle, deliberate motion of your will, you are turning the dial, past the static of your worries, past the loud commercials of worldly desire, past the angry talk shows of fear and division. You are turning the dial slowly, searching for a different signal, a clear, steady, peaceful signal. That is my frequency. That is where I am always broadcasting my love for you. Listen, can you feel it more than you can hear it? It is a current of peace flowing underneath all the other sounds of this night, the crackle of the fire, the lapping of the water. My voice speaks peace. It does not agitate, it calms. It does not condemn, it restores. It does not confuse, it clarifies. Let my voice be the anchor for your drifting thoughts. Imagine your thoughts are like leaves caught in a whirlwind, swirling chaotically in your mind. There are so many of them, and they move so fast. Do not try to catch them. Do not try to fight the wind. Simply listen for my voice. Imagine my voice is a deep, resonant hum, a steady, low note that begins to vibrate in the very air around you. As you focus on this sound, watch what happens to the leaves. The whirlwind begins to slow. The chaotic spinning subsides, and one by one, the leaves begin to gently, softly drift down to the ground, settling in a peaceful, still layer. This is what my voice does to the chaos in your mind. I do not destroy your thoughts. I bring them into a peaceful order. I bring them into submission to my peace. My sheep, the scriptures say, hear my voice. They know the sound of it. A shepherd in my land could have a flock of 100 sheep, mixed in with 1,000 others from other flocks. And if a stranger called out, the sheep would not move. They would be agitated, confused, but when their own shepherd called, with his unique tone, his specific melody, his familiar call, his 100 sheep would lift their heads as one, and they would come to him. They know his voice. They trust his voice. It means safety. It means food. It means they are going home. My child, you are one of my sheep. I am your shepherd. I have been speaking to you your entire life. In the beauty of a sunset, in the kindness of a stranger, in a passage of scripture that seemed to leap off the page and into your heart, in that unexplainable moment of peace that came over you in the middle of a crisis, I have been calling to you, and your spirit, deep down, recognizes the sound of my voice. Tonight, I want you to recognize it consciously. Listen as I speak truth over you. Let these words sink into your soul and become more real than any other voice you have heard today. I speak to you, and I say, you are forgiven. Every failure from today, every stumble from your past, is washed away. The voice of shame has no authority over you. I have silenced it with my blood. Listen to my voice of grace instead. I speak to you, and I say, you are deeply loved, not for what you do, but for who you are. You are my creation, my child, my beloved. The voice of inadequacy is a liar. I have silenced it with my infinite affection for you. Listen to my voice of love instead. I speak to in you, and I say, you have a purpose. Your life is not an accident. You are uniquely designed for a divine purpose that will bring glory to me and fulfillment to you. The voice of despair, the voice that whispers that nothing matters, is a phantom. I have silenced it with the promise of your destiny. Listen to my voice of hope instead. I am the Word. In the beginning, I was the Word, and I was with God, and I was God. And it was through me, through my voice, that all things were made. The voice that commanded light to pierce the darkness, the voice that commanded the oceans to stay within their bounds, the voice that commanded the earth to bring forth life, that same voice, with all its creative power, is the voice that is speaking to you now. And I am speaking life into your weary soul. I am speaking light into your dark places. I am speaking order into your inner chaos. So just rest here and listen. Let my voice be the only thing you focus on. Let it be a gentle lullaby that soothes your spirit. Let the other voices fade into the distant background. They do not matter here. Here, in this holy sanctuary, only one voice has authority. The voice of your shepherd, the voice of your Savior, the voice of your King. And my voice is speaking over you now, and all it says is peace, peace, peace. Rest in the sound of my voice. As you rest in the sound of my voice, as you feel it calming the storms within you, I want to build a fortress of safety around you. A fortress so strong, so secure, that no fear, no anxiety, no threat from the outside world can possibly penetrate it. This sanctuary we are in is more than just a peaceful place. It is a stronghold. It is the secret place of the Most High, and you are dwelling in it now. You are safe here. Let that phrase sink into the very marrow of your bones. You are safe. Here, feel the truth of it. Feel the reality of it. For too long, you have felt exposed, vulnerable, unprotected. You have built your own flimsy defenses, but the winds of the world have battered them down time and again. Tonight, you will rest inside a fortress not built by human hands, a fortress built by me. I am your refuge and your fortress. I am your God in whom you trust. As you abide here with me, under my shadow, no evil shall befall you. No plague will come near your dwelling place. This is my solemn promise to you. The terror that you feel by night, the fear of the unknown that creeps in when the world is dark and quiet, it cannot touch you here. The arrow of a sharp word or a sudden crisis that flies by day, it will not find you. I am your shield. I am your buckler. I am your great defender. I want you to visualize this with me. See high, strong walls rising up around you. They are not made of cold, hard stone. They are made of pure, warm, living light. See them rising higher and higher, reaching up into the night sky, so high that no worry can fly over them. See how they encircle you completely. There are no gaps, there are no cracks, there are no weaknesses in these walls. They are the walls of my salvation, and there is a gate in this wall. It is a gate made of a single, perfect pearl, and I am the gatekeeper. And I have shut this gate tonight to all that would seek to harm you. Fear must remain outside. Anxiety must remain outside. The accusations of the enemy must remain outside. The demands of the world must remain outside. They can shout and they can pound on the gate, but they have no power here. They cannot enter. Here, inside these walls, there is only you and me and my perfect peace. Now feel something else. Feel the shelter of my wings. Like a great eagle gathering its young, I am gathering you under my protection. Imagine me sheltering you, covering you with my feathers. It is warm here. It is dark and comforting. All you can see is the soft down and the strength of my presence. You can feel the slow, steady rhythm of my own heartbeat, a deep, powerful, and constant drumbeat that says, you are safe, you are loved, you are mine. There is no storm that can buffet these wings. There is no predator that can pierce this defense. You are hidden away in the safest place in all of creation, hidden in me, and we are not alone in this fortress. I have commanded my angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. Imagine them now, not as chubby infants with harps, but as powerful, silent, majestic beings of light. They are standing guard upon the walls of this sanctuary. They are loyal to me, and they are assigned to you. Their swords are drawn against any darkness that would dare to approach. Their gaze is fixed, vigilant, and protective. They are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. They are here to serve you tonight, to ensure that your rest is deep and pure and completely undisturbed. You are surrounded by a heavenly host. You are more protected than any king or queen in any earthly palace. Now, let us speak directly to the fears that have held you captive. That fear of the future, of what might happen tomorrow, next week, next year. We hold it up to the light of my presence, and we say to it, you have no power here. My future is in the hands of my loving Father. That fear of failure, of not being good enough, we hold it up, and we say, you have no power here. My worth is not in my performance. It is sealed by the blood of Jesus. That fear of loss, of losing someone or something you love, we hold it up and say, you have no power here. For my God shall supply all my needs, and nothing can separate me from his love. That lingering fear of sickness or of pain. We hold it up and we say, "You have no power here." For by his stripes I am healed, and he holds my life in his hands. One by one, we deny them entry. We starve them of our attention. We banish them from this holy ground. Finally, I want you to feel my own hands around you. John, my beloved disciple, wrote that I give my sheep eternal life, and they shall never perish, and that no one can snatch them out of my hand. Feel that now. Imagine your entire being resting in the cupped palm of my hand that formed the galaxies, my hand that has the scars of the nails in it, the proof of my love for you. See my other hand coming to rest gently over the top, creating a perfect, sealed, protected sphere of love and light around you. You are completely enclosed in my strength. You are held in my love. Nothing can touch you here. Nothing can snatch you away. You are eternally, completely, and profoundly safe. So rest, my child. Rest in this fortress of peace. Rest under the shadow of my wings. Rest in the knowledge that you are guarded by angels. Rest in the palm of my hand. Let go of the need to protect yourself. Let go of the need to be vigilant. Surrender that role to me tonight. I am your watchman. I am your guardian. I do not slumber, and I do not sleep. I will be watching over you all through the night. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Now rest. You are resting now in the safety of my fortress. You are surrounded by the walls of my salvation and sheltered under the shadow of my wings. Feel the reality of that safety. Let it permeate every part of your being. It is from this place of absolute security, and only from this place, that you can truly begin to unburden your heart. For it takes great trust to become truly vulnerable, and I have earned your trust. I am speaking to you now, my child, the one who is weary and heavy laden. Do you feel that description in your bones? Weary. A tiredness that sleep alone cannot fix. A soul-level exhaustion from striving, from trying, from holding everything together, and heavy laden, carrying weights you were never designed to bear. The weight of expectation from others, the weight of your own ambition, the weight of past regrets, the weight of future fears. You are stooped over, spiritually, from the sheer mass of it all. My invitation to you tonight, whispered from the depths of my eternal love, is this: come to me. It is a simple invitation. It is not a command to work harder or to fix yourself first. It is a gentle plea to simply turn your heart toward me, right where you are, in your exhaustion. Come to me, and my promise follows, and I will give you rest. Notice, my child, I do not say I will sell you rest, or that you must earn it. I say I will give you rest. It is a gift. It is grace. It is the divine exchange I long to make with you tonight. Your exhaustion for my supernatural rest. So let us make this exchange real right now. In your mind, I want you to visualize that you are carrying a large, heavy backpack. You have been carrying it for so long, you have almost forgotten it is there, but your shoulders ache and your back is sore from its constant presence. This backpack is filled with stones. Each stone is a burden you carry. With me beside you, here in this safe place, I want you to gently slip the straps of this backpack off your shoulders. Feel that initial moment of relief as the weight is no longer pressing directly down on you. Set the backpack on the ground before us, right here between the fire and the lake. Now, let's open it together. Do not be afraid of what is inside. I am here with you. Reach in and take out the first stone. Perhaps it is large and heavy. Feel its weight in your hands. Feel its rough, sharp edges. What is its name? Let us name it. Is this the stone of your financial worry? The fear of not having enough? The pressure of bills and provision? Look at this stone, acknowledge its weight, and then look at me. See my hands, open and ready to receive it. Now, place that heavy stone into my hand. Do not hesitate. Give it to me. I take it from you. My hands are strong enough. I will not drop it. I take it as my own. Now, reach into the backpack again. What is this next stone? Is it the burden of a broken relationship? The stone of a deep hurt someone caused you? Or the even heavier stone of a hurt you caused someone else? The weight of unforgiveness or guilt? It feels cold to the touch, dense with pain. Look at it, my child, and then give it to me. Place it in my other hand. I receive it. I take its coldness into myself. I can handle its sharp edges. I am the great healer of relationships, the forgiver of all sins. Let me have it. Reach in again. Pull out another and another. The stone of worry for your children's future. Give it to me. The stone of your own health concerns, the fear of sickness or pain. Give it to me. The stone of your career, the pressure to perform, the fear of failure. It is so heavy. Give it to me. The stone of a secret shame, something you hope no one ever discovers. My child, I already know, and I love you completely. Give me that stone especially. Let me crush it into dust. Keep going. Empty the entire bag. Every last pebble of anxiety. Every grain of sand of irritation. The backpack is now empty. It is light as a feather. The ground around my feet is covered in the burdens you once carried. But look at me. I am not crushed by them. I am not stooped over. I stand tall and strong, for I am the Lord of all creation, and the burdens of one beloved child are as nothing to me. Now listen to the rest of my invitation. I say to you, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. A yoke is a tool for work. This may seem strange, that I would invite you to rest and then offer you a yoke. But see, the yokes of the world are heavy, ill-fitting, and you pull them alone. My yoke is different. It is a double yoke, meant for two. And when you take it upon you, you will find that I am already in the other side. And my side of the yoke is where all the weight is attached. I do the pulling. I bear the load. Your role is simply to walk alongside me, in step with me, in relationship with me. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light, because I am carrying it all for you. The world says you are strong if you carry your own burdens. I say you are wise if you give them to me. The world says you are lazy if you cease from your striving. I say you are trusting me when you enter my rest. So let go of the world's definition of strength. Learn from me. My way is gentle. My way is humble. My way leads to a rest that is not just for your body, but for the very core of your being. A rest for your soul. You have given me your burdens. You have seen that I am able to carry them. Now, accept my gift. Accept the rest. Feel it flooding into the empty spaces that your worries once occupied. This is your state now, unburdened, light, free, at rest in me. Now that your hands are empty and your shoulders are light, now that you have given me the stones from your backpack, I want to fill that newly created space within you, not with more worries, but with a deep and abiding trust. I want to show you why you can be confident that I will care for the burdens you have given me. I want to build your faith. So I ask you to do something very simple. I ask you to consider, to observe, to look at the world I have made, and to see my signature of faithfulness written upon every detail. Do you see that small bird perched on a branch nearby, silhouetted against the moonlit water? Look at it, a sparrow, so small, so seemingly insignificant in the grand scheme of the cosmos. It has no bank account. It has no pantry stocked with food. It does not sow seeds or reap a harvest or store anything away in a barn for the winter. Its life is a daily act of trust. And yet, has it ever been forgotten by me? Not once. I know the number of feathers on its wings. I feel the beating of its tiny heart. And when it feels the pang of hunger, I guide it to a seed or a berry or an insect. I, your heavenly Father, feed it every single day. Now I ask you, my child, are you not much more valuable than a sparrow? You, who are made in my own image. You, for whom I left the glory of heaven to walk upon the earth. You, for whom I suffered and died on a cross. If I am faithful to provide for that tiny bird, how much more will I be faithful to provide for you, my beloved child? Your worth in my eyes is infinite. Your needs are etched upon the palms of my hands. Do not worry about your life, about what you will eat or what you will drink. You are seen, you are known, you are provided for. Now, let us consider the flowers. Not the ones in a carefully tended garden, but the wild ones, the lilies of the field. Look over there, near the edge of the woods. See that single, perfect wildflower. Its petals unfurled to the night air. It does not labor. It does not spin thread. It has no anxiety about its appearance. It does not strive to be beautiful. It simply is. And yet, I tell you the truth, not even King Solomon, in all his unimaginable wealth and splendor, in all his robes of purple and gold, was dressed like one of these. I have clothed this simple flower in a glory that surpasses all human effort. I designed its color. I shaped its petals. I gave it a fragrance that blesses the air around it. And what is the lifespan of this flower? It is here today, and tomorrow it may be gone. It is part of the grass of the field, which is here for a moment and then cast into the fire. And if that is how I, your God, clothe the temporary grass of the field with such breathtaking beauty, will I not much more clothe you? You who are an eternal being, you whose soul will live forever. Do not worry about your body, about what you will wear. You are robed in my righteousness. You are adorned with my grace. I will care for your physical needs. Trust me in this. Your worry cannot add a single hour to your life. Can you, by stressing and straining your mind, make yourself 1 inch taller? It is impossible. In the same way, your anxiety about tomorrow has no power to change it. Worry is a thief. It steals the peace from today without giving you any power over tomorrow. It is an exercise in futility. It is a conversation with fear, and fear is a liar. I am inviting you tonight to leave that fruitless exercise behind. Instead of worrying, I invite you to seek. Seek first, I said, the kingdom of God and his righteousness. What does that mean, here, in this moment? It means seeking my presence, just as you are doing now. It means prioritizing your relationship with me above all else. It means aligning your heart with my heart, desiring what I desire, mercy, justice, peace. It means trusting that I am a good king, and that living under my rule is the safest and most joyful way to live. And my promise is this: if you seek my kingdom first, all these other things, the food, the drink, the clothing, the things you have been so worried about, will be added to you as well. It is a promise of my provision. It is a promise that if you take care of your relationship with me, I will take care of everything else. It is an invitation to reorder your priorities, to put me at the very center of your life, and to watch as I orchestrate the details in ways you never could. So do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. I have given you grace for today, and when tomorrow dawns, there will be a fresh portion of grace waiting for you. My mercies are new every single morning. Great is my faithfulness. Look at the evidence all around you: the sparrow in the tree, the flower in the field, the moon in the sky, the very air you breathe. It is all a testament to my constant, detailed, and loving care. You are not an exception to this care. You are the pinnacle of it, so let your heart be at ease. The God who clothes the lilies and feeds the birds is your Father, and He loves you more than you can possibly imagine. Rest in that love. Rest in that provision. Rest in that trust. We have looked at the birds of the air and the lilies of the field, and in them you have seen a portrait of my faithful daily care. It is a comfort to know I can manage the grand design of the universe. But my care for you is infinitely more personal than that. It is easy to trust me with the sparrows, but what about the sparrows of your own heart? The fluttering anxieties, the wounded places, the secret sorrows that you hide so carefully from the world. I want to speak to those places now. I want you to know that your deepest pains are not invisible to me. I am not a distant God, observing from afar. I am here, beside you, and I see everything. I see every tear. The psalmist David, a man who knew both great triumph and profound sorrow, once cried out to me, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book." Let those words sink into your spirit tonight, for they are true for you as well. Imagine that I hold in my hands a beautiful, sacred vessel, a bottle crafted from celestial glass. This is the bottle where I have collected your tears. Not a single one has ever fallen to the ground unnoticed by me. The tear you cried in the silence of your car, when you thought no one was watching, I saw it, and I collected it. The tears that soaked your pillow in the dead of night, tears of loneliness or deep regret, I was there, and I gathered them. The hot, angry tear of betrayal or injustice, I collected it. The silent, slow tear of a long and weary disappointment, for a dream that died, for a prayer you felt went unanswered. That one, too, is precious to me. I have them all. They are not stored as a record of your weakness. They are stored as jewels, as a testament to what you have endured. They are precious to me because they are a part of you. Each tear tells a story that I already know, a story of your journey, a story of your heart. In my kingdom, sorrow is not a thing to be ashamed of. It is a sacred space where my comfort can do its deepest work. So do not hide your tears from me, my child. Let them fall if they need to fall. For each one is a prayer, a release, a signal to your Heavenly Father that His child is in pain. And I always answer, "And what of the book?" Imagine me now, opening a great, ancient book. Its pages are soft with age and wisdom. This is not the book of your sins. That record has been washed clean by my blood. This is another book. This is the book of your sorrows. And as I turn the pages, I show you your name, written with a loving hand. And beside your name is the story of your heart. I show you the entries. On this day, their heart was broken by a thoughtless word. On this night, they felt an overwhelming sense of loneliness. In this season, they carried a secret grief that they could share with no one else. I show you this not to make you relive the pain, but to validate it. To say to you, I know, I saw, I was there, it was real, and it mattered to me. So often the world dismisses your feelings. It tells you to be strong, to get over it, to move on. But I sit with you in the ashes of your pain. I honor your grief. I make space for your sorrow. Do you remember the story of my friend Lazarus? When he died, I came to his village, and his sisters, Mary and Martha, were consumed with grief. Their hearts were broken, and though I knew the end of the story, though I knew that in a few moments I would call Lazarus forth from the tomb, alive and whole, I first stopped. I looked at their faces, raw with pain. I saw their friends weeping alongside them. And the scripture says, in its beautiful simplicity, Jesus wept. I wept. The God of the universe wept. I wept for the pain of my friends. I wept for the sting of death in the world I had made. I wept to show you, for all time, that I am not a God who is immune to your pain. I am a God who enters into it. I am, as the prophet Isaiah wrote, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. I did not shield myself from the human experience. I embraced it fully, and that means I embrace your sorrow with you. So whatever you are feeling tonight, whatever old wound has been touched, whatever new pain is fresh, bring it here into this safe place. Let me be for you what I was for Mary and Martha. Let me sit with you. Let me share the burden of your grief. And then, let me do what only I can do. The Apostle John saw a vision of the future, of the new heaven and the new earth, and he wrote this promise from me. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. That is your ultimate future, my child. A day with no more tears, but the healing begins now. Even now, in this quiet moment, feel my hand gently wiping away the tears from your soul. Feel my comfort surrounding your heart like a warm embrace. Your pain is seen, your sorrow is known, your tears are treasured, and they are being healed. Now that you know your heart is safe with me, now that you have felt the comfort of a God who sees your every tear, let me build upon that foundation of trust. Let me reassure you about your life, about your future, about your every need. Let me remind you of who I am, for I have many names, and my names are a revelation of my character. And one of my most ancient and powerful names is Jehovah Jireh. It means the Lord who provides. It is not just what I do, it is who I am. I am your provider. This name was first revealed on a mountain of great testing. My servant Abraham was asked to surrender his most precious gift, his son Isaac. He walked in obedience and faith, his heart breaking with every step, but trusting that I was a good God. And at the very last moment, when the test of his faith was complete, I revealed myself in a new way. I provided a ram caught in the thicket to take the place of his son. And in his overwhelming relief and gratitude, Abraham called that place the Lord will provide. And from that day to this, it has been said, on the mountain of the Lord it will be provided. My child, you may feel that you are on a mountain of testing yourself, a mountain of lack, a mountain of need, a mountain of impossibility, and you look around and you see no solution, you see no way forward. But I want you to remember the story of that mountain. At the moment of greatest need, I made a way, and I will do the same for you. On the mountain of your need, I will provide. Trust me, my track record of provision is long and it is perfect. For 40 years, I led my people through a barren wilderness, a place with no fields, no orchards, no markets. And did they starve? No. I provided bread from heaven itself, a food they called manna. Every single morning, my mercy was new, and so was their daily bread. They did not have to hoard it or worry about the next day. I provided exactly what was needed for that day. Are you worried about tomorrow's provision? Remember the manna. I am asking you to trust me for today. Live in this present moment and receive the provision I have for you right now. And when tomorrow dawns, there will be a fresh portion of grace, a new supply of manna waiting for you. My storehouses are never empty. Remember the widow of Zarephath. There was a great famine in the land, and she had only a handful of flour and a little olive oil, enough for one last meal for herself and her son before they expected to die. But my prophet Elijah came, and he asked her to make him a small cake of bread first, promising that I, the God of Israel, would not let her supply run out. She acted in faith, giving from the little that she had, and I honored that faith. Her jar of flour was never used up, and her jug of oil never ran dry for the entire duration of the famine. Do you feel like you are down to your last handful of flour? Do you feel that your resources are at their end? I am the God who creates abundance from emptiness. I can multiply what you have. I can make your little into more than enough. Trust me with your last portion. Trust me in your place of famine. I will not let you be consumed. I will provide. And do you remember the day I stood on a hillside, surrounded by a crowd of more than 5,000 people? They were hungry, and the day was late. My disciples wanted to send them away. All they could find was one little boy's lunch, 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. It seemed laughably, impossibly small for such a great need. But I took that small lunch, and I looked up to heaven, and I gave thanks for it. I blessed it, and then I broke it, and I gave it to the disciples to distribute, and everyone ate. Everyone was satisfied. And when it was all over, there were 12 baskets of leftovers, far more than what they started with. My child, do you feel that what you have is not enough? Your talent, your energy, your money, your love. Do you feel it is too small for the need in front of you? Give it to me. Let me take your not enough into my hands. Let me bless it. Let me break it free from the limitations of this world, and watch what I will do with it. I will multiply it into more than enough. I am the God of miraculous multiplication. Tonight, I want to give you a vision of my heavenly storehouse. See it. It is vast, larger than your mind can comprehend, and it is filled, floor to ceiling, with everything you could ever need. There are not just bins of grain and barrels of oil. There are boxes filled with peace, waiting to be shipped to your anxious heart. There are crates overflowing with strength for your weary body. There are shelves stacked high with divine wisdom for your confusing decisions. There are containers of joy and patience and kindness. And if you look closely, you will see your name written on so many of these provisions. with a delivery date appointed by me in my perfect timing. Nothing is lacking, nothing is out of stock. I am your provider. It is my joy to give you what you need. Are you in need of wisdom tonight? James, my brother, wrote that if you ask, I will give it to you generously, without finding fault. Are you in need of strength? My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. Are you in need of financial provision? The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. The cattle on 1,000 hills are mine. Your need is an opportunity for my provision to be displayed, so do not despair in your place of lack. Instead, lift your eyes to me, your Jehovah Jireh, your provider, the one who sees your need before you even ask, and has already set the provision in motion. Rest in that knowledge. Rest in my limitless ability and my boundless love for you. I will provide. I always have. I always will. You know me now as your provider, the one who sees your need and brings forth provision from the storehouses of heaven. You know me as the one who sees your every tear, who treasures the sorrows of your heart. Now, my child, I want to show you how I weave this care into the very fabric of your daily life. I want you to know me not just in the crises, but in the quiet, moment-by-moment journey. Let me lead you now through the green pastures of my most famous song, a song written by a shepherd boy who knew my heart. Let me show you what it truly means when I say to you, I am your shepherd. Because I am your shepherd, you shall not want. Let that promise settle deep inside you. It is the grand, overarching truth of your life with me. Because I am the one leading you. Because I am the one protecting you. Because I am the one who owns everything. You will lack no good thing. This is not merely about material possessions. It is a soul promise. You shall not want for peace. You shall not want for comfort. You shall not want for love. You shall not want for strength. You shall not want for hope. I, myself, am your portion, and in me you have everything. I make you lie down in green pastures. Oh, how you resist rest sometimes. You think you must always be striving, always be moving, always be productive. But a good shepherd knows when his sheep are exhausted and need to be still. Sometimes I must make you lie down. This is not a punishment. It is an act of my profound love. I lead you to a place of lush, green, nourishing pasture. Imagine it now. The grass is soft and cool beneath you. It is vibrant with life. It is a place of nourishment and safety, where you can finally stop and lie down and be fed by my presence. There are no predators here. There is no barren ground, only abundance and peace. I am inviting you to lie down in that place of spiritual nourishment tonight. Cease your striving and rest. I lead you beside the still waters. A frightened sheep will not drink from a raging, turbulent river. It needs calm, quiet, still waters to feel safe enough to quench its thirst. Your soul is the same. It cannot be refreshed by the chaotic currents of the world. So I lead you away from that noise, away from that turmoil, to the still waters of my presence. See them before you now, a pool so clear you can see the reflection of the stars in it. It is peaceful, it is quiet. I invite you now to kneel in your spirit and drink deeply from these waters. Let my peace quench the thirst of your anxious heart. Let it restore you. For that is the next promise. I restore your soul. I repair the parts of you that have been bruised by the world. I bring you back to your original design. I heal the broken pieces and make you whole again. This is my work in you as you rest here beside my still waters. I lead you in paths of righteousness for my name's sake. The journey of life is not always easy. There are many paths, and so many of them lead to desolate places. But I, your good shepherd, know the right path. It is not always the easiest path, but it is the path that leads to life, to flourishing, to true peace. And I lead you on this path not because you have earned it or because you are so good at following. I do it for the sake of my own name, for the sake of my reputation. My glory is at stake in how well I care for my sheep. It brings me honor to lead you well, so you can trust my guidance, because my very character is invested in getting you safely home. And yes, sometimes that path leads through the valley. The psalm says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." I do not always lead you around the valleys. Sometimes I lead you through them. The valley of grief, the valley of sickness, the valley of doubt, the valley of fear. But notice, it is the valley of the shadow of death. The shadow of a dog cannot bite. The shadow of a sword cannot cut. The substance of death, the thing that could truly harm you, has been defeated by my resurrection, and you do not walk through this dark valley alone. That is the key. I am with you. My presence is the light that banishes the terror of the shadows. My nearness is the antidote to your fear, and I am not passive in that valley. Your rod and your staff, they comfort you. The rod of a shepherd was a heavy club, used to fight off the wolves, the lions, the predators that would seek to harm the flock. When fear attacks you, when the enemy whispers lies in the darkness, my rod of authority is there to defend you, to crush the head of that which threatens you. And the staff, the long pole with a crook at the end, is an instrument of gentle care. With it, I lift you when you fall. With it, I guide you away from a dangerous ledge. With it, I reach out and gently hook you around the neck, drawing you closer to my side when you start to wander. Both my power and my tenderness are with you in the valley. They are your comfort, and here is a great mystery. Even in the presence of your enemies, even when you are surrounded by threats, by doubt, by fear, by those who wish you illy, prepare a table before you. I spread a feast. I invite you to sit and dine with me in perfect peace, while your enemies can only watch, powerless to touch you. I anoint your head with oil, a symbol of honor, of healing, and of joy. And I fill your cup until it runs over. Not just enough, not just adequate, but overflowing with my grace, my blessing, my love. This is the honor I bestow on you, my beloved sheep. And so, this is your reality. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow you, like to personal guardian angels, all the days of your life. Every single day they will be there, pursuing you, flanking you, protecting you, and your final destination is secure. You will dwell in the house of the Lord, in my house, in my presence, forever. This is the promise of your shepherd. This is your story. Rest in it now. I am the shepherd of a great flock, a multitude of souls more numerous than the stars in the night sky, and I love each and every one. But I want you to understand something of critical importance tonight. You are not just a face in that flock to me. You are not simply one among billions. The care I give you is not generic. It is deeply, intimately, and specifically personal. I know my sheep, and I know them each by name. I know your name. Listen to my prophet Isaiah. speaking my words to my people when they felt forgotten and insignificant. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name, you are mine. This is my word to you, right now, in this quiet place. Let us take it apart, piece by piece, for it is your birthright. Fear not, I say, for I have redeemed you. Your past is settled. The price for your life has been paid in full by me. You are ransomed. You are rescued. You are bought back from the slavery of fear and sin. Therefore, fear has no legal claim on you anymore. You belong to your Redeemer now. And then, the heart of the matter. I have called you by your name. Think of the significance of a name. A name represents the whole person. Your name represents your history, your memories, your unique personality, your hopes, your dreams, your quirks, your secret fears. The world may know your name, but they do not know what it truly represents. They do not know the full story, but I do. When I speak your name, I am speaking to all that you are, every part of you, the part that you show to the world, and the part that you hide from everyone. I know it all, and I call you by that name with infinite love. In my time on earth, this was my way. Remember the man Zacchaeus. He was a short man, a despised tax collector. He climbed a sycamore tree just to get a glimpse of me, hiding in the leaves, expecting to remain anonymous. There was a great crowd that day, a sea of faces, but I stopped underneath that very tree. I looked up past the branches and the leaves, and my eyes met his. And I did not say, "You, the sinner," or "You, the tax collector." I said, "Zacchaeus." I called him by his name, and I told him to come down, for I must stay at his house that day. That moment, the moment of being seen, of being known, of being called by name in love and not in judgment, it changed his life forever. My child, I am looking at you in the same way tonight. You may feel hidden. You may feel that you are in a crowd of people who are more worthy, more spiritual, more important. You may feel you are up a tree of your own insecurities. But I am stopping. I am looking directly at you, and I am speaking your name. Listen. In the quiet of your heart, listen for my voice, and hear me speak your name. I call you. Pause. For the listener to hear their own name, I am not shouting it. I am whispering it, with the utmost tenderness and affection. It is the sound of your true name, spoken by the one who created you. It is the sound of belonging. When I call your name, I am saying, "You are mine." This is the final, glorious part of the promise. You belong. You have a home. You have an owner, and he is a good and loving owner. You are not a spiritual orphan, wandering through the cosmos alone. You are a treasured child of the Most High God. You are my property, my possession, my inheritance, and I take very good care of what is mine. The world may try to give you other names, other labels. It may label you by your failures, by your job, by your family, by your sickness, by your past. People may have misunderstood you and placed a label on you that does not fit, a name that wounds your spirit every time you hear it. And perhaps you have even labeled yourself. Perhaps you call yourself unworthy, or a failure, or unlovable, or broken. Tonight, in the power of my presence, I declare that all those other names, all those other labels, are null and void. They are counterfeit names, and they have no authority over you. I am stripping them from you. The only name that matters is the one I give you. And I call you beloved. I call you child. I call you forgiven. I call you righteous. I call you chosen. and I call you by the name your parents gave you, for I knew you even then. I have your name written down. It is engraved on the palms of my hands. It is written in my book, the Lamb's Book of Life. It is not written in pencil, which can be erased. It is written in the ink of my own blood, an eternal covenant. It is there forever. So fear not. Do not be afraid of being forgotten. Do not be afraid of being insignificant. Do not be afraid of being unknown. You are known more deeply and loved more completely than you can possibly fathom. I know your name. I have called you by your name. You are mine. Rest in the profound security of that truth now. Rest in being known. Rest in being loved. Rest in being mine. You know now that I am your shepherd, that I lead you and care for you. You know that I call you by your own name, that you are not just a face in the crowd, but an individual, intimately known and treasured by me. You know the glorious truth that you are mine. Now, I want you to rest in the eternal consequences of that reality. I want to build in your soul tonight an unshakable fortress of security. I want to speak to the quiet, lingering fear that perhaps you could lose this connection, that perhaps you could wander too far, or that a force greater than you could somehow steal you away from me. I want to silence that fear forever with one of the most powerful promises I have ever made. My sheep, I said, listen to my voice. You are doing that now. I know them, and they follow me, and I give them eternal life. This life that you have in me is not temporary. It is not conditional upon your perfect performance. It is a gift, and its quality is eternal. It is my own life, my divine life, breathed into your spirit. And because it is eternal, it cannot be lost. And then I made this promise, and I want you to hear it as if for the first time. I said, they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. Let us linger here in this sacred image. Imagine your very being, your soul, your spirit, your entire existence, resting in the palm of my hand. I want you to visualize my hand. It is not a weak and faltering human hand. It is the hand that scooped out the oceans and raised up the mountains. It is the hand that flung the stars across the cosmos like a sewer-scattering seed. It is a hand of unimaginable power and creative force. And yet, it is also the hand that has the scar of a nail in its palm, an everlasting testament to its gentleness, its humility, and its sacrificial love for you. You are resting in that hand now, a precious jewel, a beloved child. My grip is not tight and crushing. It is firm, loving, and absolutely secure. Now, picture the forces that you fear. Picture your anxiety like a dark cloud trying to seep in, but it cannot penetrate the light that emanates from my palm. Picture the accusations of the enemy like fiery darts being hurled toward you, but they simply bounce off my protective fingers, unable to reach you. Picture the force of a future tragedy, the fear of the unknown, and see it as a great wave dashing against a cliff. My hand is that cliff, and you are safe in a high crevice, untouched by the spray. Nothing can get to you here. No one, I said, no one. And as if that were not enough security for your troubled heart, I continued. I said, my Father, who has given them to me, is greater than all. You must understand this. You were not just a fortunate soul who found me. You were a gift of love from the heart of the Father to me, His Son. Your salvation was planned in the heart of God the Father from before the foundation of the world. His love is the anchor of your entire story. And because you are a gift from the Father, because He is greater than all, I made this second, compounding promise. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand. Now, the visualization deepens. You are resting safely and securely in my hand. But now, see the vast, mighty, and impossibly large hand of God the Father come and enclose my hand. You are now in a double grip of omnipotent love. You are held in the hand of the Son, which is held in the hand of the Father. This is the safest place in the entire universe. There is no power in heaven, on earth, or under the earth that can breach this double defense. There is no fine print in this promise. There are no exceptions. My servant Paul understood this. He was so convinced of this truth that he wrote, "For I am convinced that neither death nor life... Death cannot take you from me, for I have conquered death. And the pressures of this life, its trials and tribulations, cannot separate you from me. Neither angels nor demons... No spiritual power, good or evil, has the authority to remove you from my care. Neither the present nor the future, nor any powers. The things you are facing right now cannot do it, and the things you are terrified of facing tomorrow, they cannot do it either. Neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Did you hear that? Anything else in all creation. That includes you, even you, in your weakness, in your doubt, in your fear that your faith is not strong enough, cannot separate yourself from my love. Even your stumbles cannot break my grip. My hold on you is not dependent on your hold on me. It is dependent on my finished work on the cross, on my eternal character, and on the promise of the Father. So let that fear dissolve tonight. The fear that you are not good enough to keep yourself saved. You are right, you are not. I am the one who is good enough to keep you. I am your great high priest, who ever lives to make intercession for you. I am the author and the perfecter of your faith. I started this good work in you, and I will be faithful to complete it. You are eternally safe. You are held fast. You are secure. Nothing can snatch you from my hand. Rest in that unbreakable grip tonight. Let go of the struggle. Let go of the fear. You are held. You are held securely in my hand, my child. You know this now. But I want you to understand why you are held with such unshakable tenacity. I want you to feel, in the deepest part of your being, the immeasurable value I place upon you. Your security is not a cold, theological fact. It is the result of a passionate, personal, and pursuing love. Let me tell you a story I once told to the Pharisees and religious leaders. They were grumbling because I welcomed sinners and ate with them. They did not understand value the way I do. So I told them this story. A story about you. Imagine a shepherd, a good shepherd, and he has 100 sheep. They are all precious to him, and at the end of the day, he brings them into the safety of the fold, and as is his custom, he counts them, 10, 20, 50, 80, 90, 90-7, 90-8, 99. He stops, his heart skips a beat. One is missing. There is one sheep, out there, alone in the wilderness, as the darkness falls. Now, what does this shepherd do? Does he say to himself, well, I still have 99. That is a very good percentage. It is not worth the risk to go after just one. It is probably lost for good by now anyway. Is that what he does? No. The story says he leaves the 99 in the open country. Think of that. He leaves the safety of the majority, takes on a risk, because his heart is consumed with the one who is lost. His focus becomes singular. The 99 are no longer his concern. His entire being is now dedicated to the one, and that one, my child, is you. And so I, the Good Shepherd, begin my search. I leave the safety and the comfort of the fold, and I go out into the wilderness. I climb the rugged, rocky mountains, their sharp edges tearing at my feet. I peer into the dark ravines, where predators might be lurking. I push my way through thorny thickets that tear at my skin and my clothes. I call your name into the howling wind, listening for the faintest cry in return. I feel the exhaustion in my bones, but it does not matter. I feel the cold of the night settle in, but I do not notice. None of it matters, because finding you is my only mission. My love for you is a burning fire in my heart that drives me onward. I search, and then I hear it. A faint bleating, the sound of a creature in distress. I follow the sound, and there you are. Perhaps tangled in a bush of thorns, perhaps stuck on a ledge you cannot get down from. You are tired, and you are frightened, and you are alone. And I finally break through the last thicket, and my eyes meet yours. What do you see in my eyes in that moment? Do you see anger because you wandered? Do you see frustration for all the trouble you have caused me? Do you see disappointment? No, in my eyes you see only joy. Overwhelming, ecstatic, world-silencing joy, relief, love. I have found you, I whisper. I have found you, and when I have found you, what do I do next? Do I scold you and lecture you on your foolishness? Do I put a leash on you and angrily drag you all the way home, forcing you to walk on your own tired legs? No. The story says that I joyfully, gently, lay you upon my shoulders and I carry you. Think of this. You are lifted up from the ground, from the place of your fear and your failure. You are placed upon my strong shoulders, held securely. Your journey home requires no effort from you. Your work is done. All you have to do is surrender to being carried by your rescuer. You can rest your weary head and feel the strength of my body as I take you home. And the story does not end there. When I arrive home, I do not sneak in the back door, ashamed of my ragged sheep. No, I call together all my friends and my neighbors. I call together the entire host of heaven, the angels and the archangels. And I say, rejoice with me, celebrate with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost. I tell you the truth, there is more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents over youth than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. The day I found you, the day your heart turned to me, all of heaven threw a party for you. That is how much you are worth. You may have felt lost at some point in your life. Perhaps you feel a little lost even now, lost in loneliness, lost in sin, lost in grief, lost in confusion or despair. But I want you to know this. I never stopped searching for you, and I will never stop searching for you. You are the one I left the 99 for. Your individual, unique, irreplaceable soul is of such infinite value to me that I would put all of heaven on hold just to find you and bring you home. That is the measure of your worth. That is the passion of my love for you. You are not an afterthought. You are the treasure I seek. You are the one I carry on my shoulders. You are the reason for heaven's celebration. Rest in that incredible value tonight. You are not just tolerated, you are celebrated. You are not just one of many. You are the one. Rest now, my treasured one. Rest. You are resting now in the knowledge of your immeasurable worth. You are the one I left the 99 for. You are the one I carry on my shoulders. You are the one held securely in the double grip of my hand and my Father's hand. From this place of ultimate safety and ultimate value, I want to bestow upon you another gift. It is a gift that flows directly from this security. It is my peace. Before I went to the cross, I gathered my closest friends, the disciples, in an upper room. Their hearts were filled with fear and confusion. They knew something terrible was about to happen. Their world was about to be turned upside down. And in that moment of their deepest anxiety, I made them a promise. It is the same promise I make to you tonight, in your own moment of anxiety. I said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you." Notice the wording very carefully. I did not say I would give you a peace. I said I would give you my peace. The very peace that I, myself, possess. The peace that allowed me to sleep in the bottom of a boat during a raging storm. The peace that allowed me to stand silent before my accusers. The peace that enabled me to walk the road to Calvary with resolve and love in my heart. That is the peace I am giving to you tonight. It is not a cheap imitation. It is the genuine article, my own personal peace. And then I clarified its nature, so there would be no confusion. I said, I do not give to you as the world gives. The world's peace is not true peace. The world's peace is merely the absence of conflict. It is a fragile ceasefire that depends entirely on external circumstances. If your bills are paid, you have a little peace. If your relationships are smooth, you have a little peace. If your health is good, you have a little peace. But the moment the circumstances change, the moment the storm hits, the world's peace shatters into a million pieces. It is a temporary, shallow, and unreliable thing. My peace is completely different. My peace is not dependent on your circumstances. My peace is dependent only on my presence. It is a deep, internal stillness that is completely independent of the chaos on the outside. It is a peace that can stand firm in the middle of a hurricane. It is a peace that, as my servant Paul wrote, surpasses all understanding. This means it does not make sense to the logical mind. The world looks at your difficult situation and says, you should be falling apart. But my peace holds you together, and the world cannot understand it. It is a supernatural gift. This peace is a guardian. Paul wrote that the peace of God will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Imagine your heart and your mind as a city, the city of you, and this city has two main gates. The gate of your emotions, your heart, and the gate of your thoughts, your mind. When you are anxious, those gates are wide open. Fearful thoughts gallop in and out. Anxious emotions run rampant through the streets. There is no order, no safety. But when you invite my peace to come, it arrives like a garrison of powerful, heavenly soldiers. They stand guard at the gates of your heart and your mind. When a fearful thought tries to enter, the guard of peace steps forward and says, "Halt. You have no authority here. This mind belongs to Christ." When a wave of anxious emotion threatens to overwhelm your heart, the guard of peace raises its shield and says, "You will not pass." This heart is at rest in the presence of the King. My peace actively protects you from the inside out. It keeps your inner world calm, even when your outer world is shaking. So how do you receive this peace? You do not have to strive for it. You simply have to shift your focus. The prophet Isaiah wrote, "You will keep in perfect peace all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you. The key is where your thoughts are fixed. If your thoughts are fixed on your problems, you will have perfect anxiety. If your thoughts are fixed on the news, you will have perfect turmoil. But if your thoughts are fixed on me, on my character, my promises, my love, my power, then I will keep you in perfect peace. So let us do that now. Fix your thoughts on me. See me, here with you by the fire. See the calmness in my eyes. See the strength in my posture. I am not worried. I am not anxious. I am at peace, and I am sharing that peace with you. Breathe it in. Let it fill the city of your soul. Feel the guards taking their posts at the gates of your heart and your mind. And because I have given you my peace, I give you this command, which is also a comfort. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. This is not a scolding, it is a permission slip. It is me saying, you have a choice in this matter. You do not have to allow your heart to be troubled. I have given you the antidote. I have given you the protection. Use it. Choose peace. Choose to trust me. The storm may be raging around you, my child. The winds may howl and the waves may crash. But here, in the center of the storm, where I am, there is a great and profound calm. This is the peace that surpasses understanding. This is the peace the world cannot give, and the world cannot take away. It is my gift to you. Receive it now, and let your heart be still. You are resting in my peace, that supernatural calm that guards your heart and mind. This peace creates a safe space for us to address one of the deepest sources of human turmoil, one of the greatest enemies of rest. We must talk about the burden of your imperfections, the stain of your mistakes, the weight of your sin and your shame. For you can never be truly at rest until you know, in the very core of your being, that you are completely and utterly clean. Many voices speak to you about your failures, the voice of your own memory replaying your mistakes on a loop. The voice of the enemy, the accuser, who whispers that you are too flawed to be loved, too stained to be used by me, and sometimes even the voice of other people who hold your past against you. These voices create a constant, low-grade hum of guilt and shame that robs you of your peace. Tonight, we are going to silence those voices with the thunder of my grace. I want you to see me now, not just as your shepherd, but as your high priest, and I am holding a basin of pure, clean water. This is the water of my word, the water of my forgiveness, and I kneel before you, just as I knelt before my disciples in that upper room. I am here to wash you. Let us begin with your feet. Your feet represent your walk, your journey through this world. And as you walk, your feet get dusty. They get muddy. This is the dust of your daily stumbles, your small sins, the moments of impatience, the unkind words, the selfish thoughts. They are the things that accumulate throughout the day and leave you feeling dirty and unworthy to be in my presence. You may feel, as Peter did, that you are too unclean for me to touch. You may want to say, "No, Lord, you shall never wash my feet." But I say to you what I said to him, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." This washing is not optional. It is essential for our intimacy. So, allow me. In your mind, feel me gently take your foot in my hand. Feel the warm, clean water as I pour it over your skin. Feel the soft cloth as I wipe away every speck of dust, every trace of mud. I am washing away the frustrations of your day. I am washing away the harsh words you spoke. I am washing away the residue of the world. And as I do this, I am speaking over you. You are clean, But my cleansing goes deeper than just the daily dust. My cleansing goes to the very heart of who you are. The prophet Isaiah spoke my promise. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red as crimson, they shall be like wool. Scarlet and crimson were the colors of the most permanent dyes in the ancient world. Once a cloth was dyed scarlet, it was scarlet forever. There was no process that could remove the color. This is how your sin feels to you. It feels permanent. It feels like a stain that has soaked into the very fibers of your soul, a stain that can never be removed. That deep-seated failure from your past, that secret habit you were ashamed of, that great regret that haunts your quiet moments. It feels like a permanent, scarlet stain on your identity. But I am the God of the impossible. I am the God who can take the most permanent stain and make it disappear. Not just cover it up, not just fade it to a pale pink. I make it white as snow. Think of fresh fallen snow on a winter morning. It is pure, it is pristine, it is perfect. There is no trace of any other color in it. This is what I do with your deepest, darkest sins. When you confess them to me, when you bring them into the light of my love, my blood shed for you on the cross is a divine cleanser so powerful that it erases the stain completely. It makes you as if the sin had never been committed. The psalmist David prayed, "Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow." This is my promise to you. When I wash you, I do not leave a faint shadow of the stain behind. I make you whiter than the purest white you can imagine. And what happens to the sin itself? Where does it go? Another psalm says, "As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us." Think about that distance. If you travel east, you will never reach west. They are opposite directions on a sphere. They never meet. This is a poetic way of describing an infinite distance. When I forgive your sin, I do not just put it in my pocket to remind you of later. I remove it from you to an infinite distance. It is gone. I cast it into the depths of the sea. I remember it no more. So tonight, I invite you to believe this, to accept this, to rest in this, that secret sin you are holding on to, that shame you are carrying. Bring it to me now. Hold it out in your hands. And watch as I take it and wash you clean. Watch as the scarlet stain on your soul dissolves into a brilliant, snow-like white. Feel the weight of that guilt which you have carried for so long simply lift and disappear. My servant John wrote, "If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness." It is a simple transaction. Your confession for my purification, and I am always faithful. I am always just. I will always do it. You are not defined by your worst mistake. You are defined by my greatest sacrifice. You are not a sinner saved by grace. You are a saint who sometimes sins. Your core identity has been changed. You are clean. You are pure. You are holy in my sight. Rest in that purity now. Breathe in the clean air of forgiveness. You are washed. You are whiter than snow. You are clean. You are resting now in the quiet sanctuary of my forgiveness. You are washed clean, whiter than snow. But perhaps, in this newfound purity, you feel a sense of your own profound fragility. You are acutely aware of the weakness of your own flesh, the fickleness of your own heart. You may know that you are clean in this moment, but you fear that you are not strong enough to stay that way. You fear that your own inadequacy will inevitably lead you to stumble again. I want to speak directly to that feeling tonight. I want to completely transform the way you see your weakness. Your weakness does not frighten me, my child. It does not disqualify you. In the strange and wonderful paradox of my kingdom, your weakness is not an obstacle to my power. It is the very doorway through which my power enters your life. My servant Paul, a man of incredible strength and intellect, was plagued by something he called a thorn in the flesh. It was a source of great pain and limitation for him, a constant reminder of his own weakness. 3 times he begged me to take it away from him. He thought, as you might, that he could serve me better if only he was stronger, if only this weakness were removed. But my answer to him was not what he expected. It is the same answer I give to you tonight concerning your own thorns, your own limitations. I said to him, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Let us sit with that truth for a moment. My grace, my unmerited favor, my divine assistance, my loving empowerment is sufficient for you. It is enough. Right now, in this moment, with all your flaws and inadequacies, my grace is enough to cover you, to sustain you, to hold you. You do not need more of your own strength. You only need to receive more of my grace. And then comes the great mystery. My power is made perfect in weakness. My power does not show up most spectacularly in the self-sufficient, in the confident, in those who have it all together. No, my power finds its most perfect and glorious expression in the one who has come to the end of their own resources. When you are utterly spent, when you have no strength left of your own, when you finally admit, "I cannot do this," that is the moment when the stage is perfectly set for my power to be displayed. Imagine you are a simple clay jar. You are not ornate or perfect. In fact, you have cracks running through you. You see these cracks as flaws, as signs of your brokenness. You try to hide them, but I see them as opportunities. For I, the God of all creation, have placed my own treasure, my own spirit, my own life inside of you. And when you are weak, when you stop trying to hold yourself together, my brilliant, divine light begins to shine out through your cracks. Your weaknesses do not make you useless. They become the very fissures through which my glory is revealed to the world. People do not see how strong you are. They see how strong I am in you. Think of it this way. Imagine you are in a small sailboat on a vast lake. You have been trying to cross this lake by rowing with all your might. Your muscles are burning, your hands are blistered, you are exhausted, and you are making almost no progress against the wind. That is you trying to live this life in your own strength. Your weakness is the moment you finally stop rowing. The moment you admit, "I have no strength left to do this." And in that moment of surrender, you look up and you see the sail, which has been down all this time. Raising the sail is your act of faith, your confession of weakness. And as you raise it, the wind of my spirit, which has been blowing all along, suddenly catches it. The sail fills, and the boat begins to glide powerfully and effortlessly across the water. You are moving now not by the power of your own straining, but by the power of my ever-present spirit. You had to become weak to access the true source of strength. So I invite you tonight to redefine your relationship with your weakness. The world tells you to hide it, to deny it, to be ashamed of it. I tell you to do as Paul did. He said, "Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." Can you do that? Can you look at your areas of struggle and say, This is where Christ will show himself strong. That is why Paul could say he delighted in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in difficulties, because he knew that in those very moments he was most aligned with my power. For when he was weak, then and only then was he truly strong. So do not despair over your physical weakness, the illness or pain that limits your body. Do not despair over your emotional weakness, the anxiety or depression that clouds your mind. Do not despair over your spiritual weakness, the doubts and fears that assail your faith. Bring your weakness to me as a gift. Confess it, surrender it, stop striving, stop pretending, and simply say, Lord, I am weak. I need you. And feel, in this moment of honest surrender, my power coming to rest upon you like a mantle. My grace is sufficient for you. When you are weak, then you are strong. Rest in my strength now. You are resting now in my strength, knowing that my grace is sufficient for you in this very moment, in this very weakness. My power is perfected here and now. From this place of present security, I want to lift your eyes. I want to lift them from the ground at your feet and turn them toward the horizon of your tomorrow and all the tomorrows that will follow. I want to speak to the part of you that is afraid of the future, the part that replays past failures and projects them onto the days to come. I want to whisper to you the plans I have for you. My people Israel were once in exile in a foreign land called Babylon. They had lost everything, their homes, their temple, their freedom. Their past was full of failure, and their present was full of despair. Their future looked utterly bleak and hopeless. It was into this darkness, into this profound hopelessness, that I spoke one of my most enduring promises. It is a promise that I speak to you now, in your own place of uncertainty. My prophet Jeremiah wrote down my words, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord." Let that sink in first. Your future is not a chaotic, random series of events. It is not an empty void that you must stumble into. Your life is not a cosmic accident. There is a plan. There is a blueprint. And I, the master architect of the universe, am the one who holds it. I know it intimately. I see the entire scope of your life, from beginning to end, and I tell you, I have a plan. And what is the nature of this plan? I continued, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. The original word for prosper here is shalom. It is one of the richest words in any language. It does not simply mean financial wealth. It means completeness, wholeness, well-being, health, tranquility, and security in every single area of your life. My plan for you is a plan for your ultimate shalom. It is a plan for your good. It is a plan to bring you to a place of wholeness. It is not a plan to harm you, to punish you, or to abandon you. Every twist and turn in your life, even the ones that feel harmful at the time, are being used by me, the Master Weaver, to work toward this ultimate goal of your shalom. Imagine the story of your life is a grand, magnificent tapestry. From where you are sitting, on this side of time, you can only see the back of it. And the back of a tapestry is a mess. It is a chaotic jumble of threads, knots, loose ends, and colors that seem to clash. It makes no sense. You see a dark thread of sorrow, a tangled knot of failure, a frayed edge of disappointment, and you think, this is a disaster. Nothing beautiful could come from this mess. But tonight, I am giving you a glimpse of the other side. My side. From my perspective, I see the front of the tapestry, and I see a breathtaking, intricate, and beautiful design being woven. I see how that dark thread of sorrow was necessary to bring out the brilliance of a golden thread of joy. I see how that tangled knot of failure was the anchor point for a new pattern of grace and humility. I see how every single thread, every color, every texture, is working together to create a masterpiece that will tell a story of my redemption and my glory for all eternity. Your life is not a mess. It is a masterpiece in progress, and I know the finished design. And so, my promise culminates in this: plans to give you hope and a future. Hope, in my kingdom, is not the world's wishful thinking. It is not crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. Hope is the confident, joyful, and certain expectation of good, based not on your circumstances, but on my unchanging character and my unfailing promises. I am giving you a reason to be certain that good things are coming, and I am giving you a future. The future is not a monster to be feared. It is a gift to be received. Imagine your life is a book, and I am the author. We have come to the end of a chapter today. And perhaps this chapter was difficult and full of suspense, and you are afraid to turn the page, afraid of what the next chapter might hold. But I, the author, am leaning over your shoulder tonight, and I am whispering to you, it's a good story. I have already written the next chapter, and it is filled with my goodness. You don't have to read it all now. You just have to trust the author. And with a gentle hand, I am closing the book on today, allowing you to rest, knowing that tomorrow's chapter is safe in my hands. So I speak against the voices that have been stealing your hope. The voice of regret that says your past has permanently disqualified you from a good future. That is a lie. My grace is greater than your past. The voice of cynicism that says it is foolish to get your hopes up, that you will only be disappointed again. That is a lie. Hope in me is never disappointed. The voice of fear that paints a vivid picture of tomorrow filled with disaster and loss. That is a lie. That is not the plan I have for you. The truth is my promise. The truth is my character. The truth is the tapestry I am weaving. I know the plans I have for you. They are plans for your shalom. They are plans to give you a future filled with hope. Your tomorrow is secure in my loving and capable hands. Rest in that hope now. Let it be the anchor for your soul as you drift peacefully to sleep. You are resting now in the confident hope that my plans for your future on this earth are for your shalom, for your ultimate good. But my vision for you, my love for you, extends far beyond the horizon of this temporary life. The story I am writing does not end with your last breath here. That is merely the turning of a page into a new and glorious chapter. Tonight, I want to pull back the veil just a little and give you a glimpse of the ultimate future I have for you. I want to tell you about your true home. On the night before I went to the cross, my disciples' hearts were deeply troubled. They were filled with fear and a sense of impending loss. And I spoke words to them then to calm their hearts, the same words I speak to you now to calm yours. I said, do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God. Believe also in me. The ultimate antidote to a troubled heart is not a change in circumstances, but a deep belief, a profound trust in me. And then I gave them the reason for this trust. I told them, my Father's house has many rooms. Imagine this, the house of the Creator of the universe. It is not a small, cramped place. It is a vast, glorious, sprawling mansion of light and love. There are many rooms, more than you can count, and each one is filled with joy. There is no scarcity in heaven. There is no lack of space. There is abundant room for you. You are expected. You are wanted. And then I made it personal. I said, if that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? This is my work right now. This is my current activity at the right hand of the Father. I am not passively waiting. I am actively, lovingly, and personally preparing a place that is specifically for you. Imagine me as a master craftsman, a loving carpenter, building your eternal home. I know you. I know the colors that bring peace to your soul. I know the kind of light that makes your spirit sing. I know the views that will take your breath away, and I am incorporating all of this knowledge into the design of your room. I am planing the wood. I am weaving the fabrics. I am painting the walls with colors you have never seen. I am arranging furniture that speaks of eternal rest and joyful fellowship. Every detail is an expression of my specific, intimate love for you. It is a custom-made piece of heaven, designed with you and only you in mind. And my promise does not end there. I continued, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me. Your final journey home is not one you have to make alone. You do not have to find the way yourself. I, your Savior and your King, will personally come back for you. I will be your escort. I will take you by the hand and lead you across the final threshold myself. And for what purpose? What is the ultimate goal of all of this preparation? I told them that you also may be where I am. This is the greatest secret of heaven. The joy of heaven is not the streets of gold or the gates of pearl. The joy of heaven is me, and my joy is you. The entire plan of salvation, the entire purpose of this magnificent home I am preparing, is so that we can be together forever, with no veil, no sin, no distance between us. It is for uninterrupted, face-to-face, eternal fellowship. It is the great reunion. It is the final homecoming. My servant John was given a vision of this place. He saw a river of the water of life, clear as crystal, flowing from the throne of God. He saw the tree of life, whose leaves are for the healing of the nations. And he saw that there was no more night there, no more sun, no more moon, for the glory of God is its light, and I, the Lamb, am its lamp. And most importantly, he heard the promise that there would be no more death, no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain. All the things that trouble your heart now will be gone forever. Do you sometimes feel like you don't quite belong here on this earth? Do you have moments of feeling like a stranger, a pilgrim, an exile? That is because you are. This world is not your home. You were made for another country, a heavenly one. That feeling of homesickness you sometimes feel is your soul, created for eternity, longing for the place I am preparing for you. So do not hold on to this world and its treasures too tightly. It is a temporary lodging, an inn on the road. Your citizenship is in heaven. Your inheritance is imperishable, undefiled, and unfading, kept safe by me for you. Your true home is waiting. And I am there, making it perfect for your arrival. Rest in this profound hope tonight. Your future is more beautiful than you can possibly imagine. That glorious home is your future reality. It is a certain and unshakable promise. But even now, in this present moment, I have placed reminders and reflections of that heavenly glory in the world all around you. I have written my signature across the cosmos. To see it, all you have to do is what you are doing now. Be still and look up. Come, my child, gaze with me at the night sky. The psalmist sang, the heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. They are speaking, they are shouting, in their silent, magnificent way, of my power, my creativity, and my majesty. Every point of light you see is a word in a grand, cosmic poem about me. Let your eyes rest upon the moon. We saw its reflection on the water, but now look at its source. See its faithful, steady glow. It has no light of its own. It shines only because it reflects the light of the sun. It is a picture of you, my child. You are created to reflect my light into the dark places of the world. See its phases, how it waxes and wanes, a constant reminder of the seasons of your own life. Seasons of fullness and seasons of emptiness, all held within my sovereign plan. It is my faithful witness in the sky. Now let your gaze drift to the stars. Let your eyes adjust to the darkness and see how many there are. You see hundreds, perhaps thousands, but that is just the beginning. Beyond what you can see lie billions upon billions more, in galaxies and clusters stretching across distances so vast your mind cannot comprehend them. I know them all. And Isaiah, my prophet, said that I bring out the starry host one by one and call them each by name. Because of my great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. If I can manage the intricate, cosmic dance of billions of stars, calling each one by name and holding it in its proper orbit, do you truly think I will lose track of you? Do you think the details of your small life are too complicated for me? Let the stars reassure you of my infinite capability. Look for the patterns, the constellations that my people have seen for millennia. I placed them there. They are signs of my order in the midst of seeming randomness. Sailors have navigated the vast empty oceans by them. Farmers have planted their crops by them. They are a testament to my faithfulness, a constant, predictable map in the sky. I am the God of order, not of chaos, and I am mapping your life with the same faithful care. Do not ignore the darkness between the stars. See that deep, rich, velvety blackness. It is that profound darkness that makes the light of the stars appear so brilliant and so beautiful. So it is in your life. It is the dark times, the seasons of sorrow or uncertainty, that make the moments of my grace, my light, and my comfort shine all the more brightly. Do not despise the darkness. It is the canvas upon which I paint with light. When I wanted to make an unbreakable promise to my servant Abraham, I took him outside on a night like this, and I said to him, "Look up at the sky and count the stars. Indeed, you can count them." Of course, he could not. And then I said to him, "So shall your offspring be." Every star you see tonight is a reminder of my promise-keeping nature. I am a God who makes impossible promises and then keeps them. The psalmist looked at this same sky, and it filled him with awe. He wrote, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of him, the Son of Man that you care for him?" It is the great question of the cosmos. In the face of all this grandeur, all this power, why would I, the Creator, be concerned with you? And yet I am. The stunning, almost unbelievable truth is that despite this cosmic majesty, my primary focus, my deepest affection, my most tender thoughts are for you. So let the heavens recalibrate your soul tonight. Hold your biggest worry in your hand. Now, as you look up at the vastness of space, see that worry shrinking. See it getting smaller and smaller and smaller, until it is just a tiny speck of dust, utterly insignificant in the face of my power and my glory. The same God who holds the great Orion Nebula in his palm is holding your hand right now. The same power that fuels the sun is the power that is at work within you. Let my glory wash over you. Let it fill you with a peace that is as deep, as quiet, and as vast as the universe itself. Be still and know that I am God. You have gazed upon my glory in the heavens. You have felt your worries shrink in the immense presence of my cosmic power. Now, I want to bring that vast star-keeping power from the heights of the universe down to this very room, to your very bedside. I want you to understand, in the most personal way imaginable, that the creator of the cosmos is your personal keeper tonight. As you prepare for sleep, you may feel yourself on a journey into the unknown. The psalmist once wrote a song for such a journey. He looked up at the dark hills around him and asked the question that resonates in your own heart. Tonight, I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? Let your heart ask that question now. And then hear the answer that the psalmist discovered, the same answer that is true for you. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Your help tonight does not come from your own strength. It does not come from locking the doors or checking them twice. It does not come from any earthly source. Your help, your safety, your peace, comes directly from Metha, one who made everything you have just been looking at. And this is the nature of my help. I will not let your foot slip. As you walk the quiet path into sleep and into the landscape of your dreams, I am steadying your every step. You will not stumble into a pit of fear. You will not slip into a ravine of anxiety. I am holding you upright. My hand is on you. And here is the promise that is the very heart of this night's peace. He who watches over you will not slumber. Think of all the guardians in this world. A parent watching over a sick child, a soldier on watch in the night, a security guard at their post. They are all human. They all grow tired. Their eyelids become heavy. Their attention can drift. They must eventually succumb to sleep. But I am not like them. I am God. I have no need for sleep. There is no shadow of turning in me. My energy is infinite. My attention is eternal and unbroken. And my loving gaze is fixed entirely on you tonight. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. And you, my child, are a part of my beloved people. You are my spiritual Israel. And so I say to you directly, I, your God, your guardian, your keeper, will not slumber, and I will not sleep tonight. I am fully awake, fully alert, and fully engaged in watching over you. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Imagine me as a constant cooling shade that protects you from the burning heat of your anxieties. When a fiery thought of fear tries to scorch your mind, my presence is a soothing shadow, providing relief and protection. And I am at your right hand, the hand of your strength, the hand of your action, meaning I am guarding your ability to function and to be at peace. The psalmist promised, the sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. You are resting now under the light of the moon. And I promise you that even in the darkest hours, in the time when the world feels most vulnerable, you are protected. No unseen spiritual danger, no terror of the night, no dark dream can harm you. For your guardian is the Lord of all light and all darkness. And so, the promise becomes all-encompassing. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. This is not just about physical protection. I am guarding your very soul, your life force, your inner being. I am protecting your peace. I am protecting your hope. I am protecting your heart. And this protection is not just for tonight. The Lord will watch over your coming and your going, both now and forevermore. This promise covers every transition of your life. It covers your going into sleep tonight, and it covers your coming into wakefulness in the morning. It covers you when you leave your house and when you return. It covers you from this moment until the moment you see me face to face. My vigil is perpetual, so you can truly, deeply let go now. You can let go of your own hypervigilance, that feeling that you must stay on guard. You do not need to keep one eye open for danger. You can close both of your eyes in perfect peace. You can surrender your consciousness to sleep. Why? Because I am taking over the watch. My eyes, which see everything, are open, and they are watching over you with an infinite and tireless love. Rest now. Your watchman will not fail. You know now that I, your Creator and your Shepherd, am watching over you without slumber. My personal, loving gaze is upon you, but my care for you is so extravagant, my love for your well-being so detailed, that I do not stop there. The resources of heaven are vast, and I have commissioned other beings from the heavenly realm, powerful and holy, to attend to you as you rest. Tonight, as you drift deeper into peace, I want you to become aware of the unseen reality of the ministry of my angels on your behalf. The scriptures say, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them." And I promise you, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. These are not just beautiful poems, they are statements of fact. They are a description of the spiritual reality of this very room, at this very moment. Remember my servant Jacob. He was a fugitive, sleeping alone in a desolate place, with nothing but a rock for a pillow. He was vulnerable and afraid. And in that place, he had a dream. He saw a great stairway, a ladder, reaching from the earth right up into the heart of heaven. And on that stairway, he saw the angels of God ascending and descending, going up and coming down. This is a picture of the constant, busy, spiritual traffic that is happening on your behalf. Your silent prayers, your needs, your sighs, they are ascending to the Father. And my help, my comfort, my peace, and my messengers are descending to you. Even now, that heavenly stairway is present right where you are. And remember my prophet Elisha and his servant. They woke one morning to find themselves surrounded by a vast and hostile enemy army. The servant was terrified. He saw only their dire circumstances. He cried out, "Alas, my master, what shall we do?" And Elisha, who saw with spiritual eyes, was perfectly calm. And he prayed a simple prayer. He said, "O Lord, please open his eyes that he may see." And I answered his prayer. The Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he looked, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around them. It was my angelic army, a force infinitely more powerful than the earthly one they feared. My child, tonight, I am praying that same prayer over you. Father, open the eyes of their heart, that they may see. I want you to see beyond the physical room you are in. I want you to sense, with your spirit, the unseen reality. This room is filled with the hosts of heaven. Do not picture them as they are sometimes painted as soft and weak. They are powerful. They are majestic. They are beings of pure light and immense strength. But they are not frightening to you, for you are the one they have been sent to protect. They are your allies. They are your guardians. Imagine it now. See a mighty angel, silent and serene, taking up a station at the door of your room, barring entry to any spirit of fear or anxiety. See another standing at the foot of your bed, a comforting and peaceful presence. Imagine two more, one on each side, their great wings forming a protective canopy above you, creating a holy, sacred space, a sanctuary within your own room. They are an encampment of light all around you. The same angels who ministered to me in the wilderness after my temptation, bringing me strength when I was physically spent, they have been sent to minister to you. The same angel who came to me in the Garden of Gethsemane to strengthen me in my hour of greatest agony, that same angelic strength is available to you tonight. You may never see them with your physical eyes in this life. You may never hear their voices, but I want you to feel their presence with your spirit. They are here, they are real, and they are on assignment from me, for you. Their purpose tonight is simple: to guard your rest, to ward off any nightmare before it can begin, to silence any fearful thought that tries to intrude, to maintain an atmosphere of profound holiness and peace in this space, so that your sleep can be deep, restorative, and pure. You are not alone in this room. You are surrounded by a heavenly host. You are attended to by the servants of the Most High God. Rest now, like a king in his royal pavilion, guarded by the finest soldiers of the heavenly realm. There is nothing to fear. The angels are on watch. I am on watch. All of heaven is watching over you with love. Rest now. Rest deeply. You are safe. You are guarded by my own sleepless watch, and by the silent ministry of my holy angels. The atmosphere in this space is thick with holiness, heavy with peace. Now, my beloved child, let us draw that peace from the air around you and carry it into the very center of your being. Let us turn our attention to the most simple, most profound, and most constant gift I have given you for this moment, the gift of your own breath. Your breath has been with you all day, a steady, faithful rhythm beneath the chaos. But you have not noticed it. Now, we will notice it together. For your breath is the anchor to the present moment, and it is the physical vehicle for my spiritual peace. In the very beginning, after I formed the first man from the dust of the ground, I breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and he became a living being. The breath in your lungs right now is a continuation of that first creative gift. Every inhale is a fresh touch from your Creator, sustaining your life for one more moment. It is a sign of my constant, life-giving presence. The very word for my spirit in both the ancient languages of Scripture is the same word for breath and wind. Ruach, Pneuma. When you are breathing, you are participating in a physical rhythm that mirrors the movement of my very spirit. So let us now sync the rhythm of your body with the rhythm of my spirit. Bring your attention to the feeling of your breath. Do not try to change it at first, just notice it. Notice the coolness of the air as it enters your nostrils. Notice the gentle expansion of your chest and your belly as your lungs fill. Notice the small, quiet pause at the peak of your inhalation, and notice the feeling of release, the warmth of the air as you exhale completely. Now, let us deepen it together, very slowly. Let us breathe in a long, slow, deep inhalation. And as you breathe in, I want you to imagine you are inhaling my very presence. Breathe in my peace. Feel it filling your lungs and spreading throughout your entire body. Now, let us breathe out. A long, slow, complete exhalation. And as you breathe out, you are releasing the very last remnants of tension from your body. Let it all go. Let us try that again. A slow, deep breath in. This time, as you inhale, know that you are breathing in my love. A vast, unconditional, unending love. Let it fill you to overflowing. And as you exhale, long and slow, you are breathing out all the fear that stands in opposition to love. Release it completely. Another breath, my child. Inhale my strength. Feel it like a current of electricity, gentle but powerful, flowing into your weary limbs, into your tired mind. And as you exhale, you are breathing out your own weakness, your own feeling of inadequacy. You give me your weakness, and you receive my strength. Let us find a gentle rhythm now. Let's breathe in to a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it gently for a moment. And now breathe out to a slow count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The longer exhale sends a signal of safety to your entire nervous system. It tells your body that all is well, that it is safe to rest. Let us continue this rhythm. Inhaling my peace. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling all that remains of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine your breath is like the gentle waves of this calm lake beside us. The inhale is the wave slowly, peacefully, rolling up onto the sandy shore. The exhale is the wave just as slowly, just as peacefully, receding back into the deep. A steady, endless, peaceful rhythm. Inhale and exhale. There is nothing else you need to do right now. Nothing to figure out. Nothing to remember. Your only task is to rest here with me and to breathe. Your body knows how to do this. It is a gift I have given you that works even when you are not thinking about it. Tonight, we are simply paying attention to this gift. We are making it a conscious act of communion. Your breath is a prayer without words, a slow, steady, physical conversation with me. With every inhale, you are saying, I receive you, Lord. And with every exhale, you are saying, I surrender to you, Lord. Keep breathing, slow and deep. The rhythm of rest, the breath of life, the spirit of peace. I am with you in every breath. You are breathing in my peace, my child. Your body is calm. Your heart rate is slow. The rhythm of your being is syncing with the rhythm of my rest. We have shared many words tonight. I have told you stories of my provision. I have whispered promises of your future. I have reassured you of my protection and my unending love. But now, as you drift closer to the shores of sleep, we are reaching a place that is beyond words. We are approaching a quietness that is deeper than the absence of sound. We are entering into the silence of the soul. Do not be afraid of this silence. In your world, silence can feel empty, awkward, or lonely. But the silence we are entering now is different. It is not an empty silence. It is a full silence. It is pregnant with my presence. It is the comfortable, loving silence that exists only between two hearts that are in perfect communion. It is the silence that says, no more words are needed. Your presence is enough for me, and my presence is enough for you. I have commanded you in my word, be still, and know that I am God. We have practiced the stillness of the body. Now we practice the stillness of the mind. The knowing that happens in this deep silence is not an intellectual knowing. It is not about figuring me out. It is an experiential knowing. It is a knowing that comes through pure being. Being still and simply knowing that I am here now. Remember the story of my prophet Elijah again. He stood on the mountain, and I was not in the great wind. I was not in the powerful earthquake. I was not in the roaring fire. I was not in the noise. I was in the sound of a gentle whisper, the sound of sheer silence. I am inviting you into that final, silent moment with Elijah now. The noise has passed. The day is over. Now there is only the holy silence where I am found. Even I, in my time on earth, often withdrew to lonely places. I sought the silence of the mountains or the quiet of the pre-dawn hour. I did this to commune with my Father, to rest in His presence, away from the noise of the crowds. I am inviting you into that same sacred practice tonight, a retreat into the quiet sanctuary of your own spirit, where I am waiting for you. Let go of your thoughts now. See them as gentle clouds drifting across the vast sky of your mind. Do not cling to them. Do not analyze them. Do not follow them. Just acknowledge their presence and let them drift on by, out of sight. Your mind does not need to work anymore tonight. Its labor is done. Imagine again that we are sitting by this deep, calm lake. But now, I want you to allow your awareness to sink beneath the surface, down past the gentle ripples on the top, deeper and deeper into the water. The deeper you go, the more still it becomes. Down where the light of the moon cannot reach, down where all movement ceases. It is perfectly still here. It is perfectly silent. It is perfectly calm. This deep, silent, peaceful place is your soul at rest in me. There is nothing to do here, only to be. If you find yourself reaching for words to say to me, just let them go. You do not need to pray with sentences now. Our spirits are in communion on a level deeper than language. I hear the prayer of your slowing heartbeat. I hear the prayer of your deepening breath. I hear the prayer of your surrendered will. It is the most beautiful prayer of all. We are simply here together, in a shared, loving, comfortable silence. I am gazing upon you with infinite love, and you are resting in that gaze. That is all. It is enough. Rest here in the silence. In my embrace, there is nothing left to say. Only peace remains. Be still. Be silent. Be with me. Rest. We are here together, my beloved child, dwelling in this deep and profound silence. Your body is heavy with a pleasant weariness. Your mind is still and calm, like the surface of this moonlit lake. You have done so well tonight. You have come to me with your burdens. You have listened to my voice. You have released your fears. You have rested in my promises. Your journey with me for this day is now complete. And the final, most precious gift of this night awaits you. It is the gift of deep, restorative sleep. And I want you to know, with all the certainty of your heart, that you have my full permission to receive this gift now. You have my permission to sleep. Perhaps a part of you feels it must stay awake, must stay vigilant. Perhaps you are trying to listen to my voice, to hold on to this feeling of peace. But I want you to release that effort now. You do not need to hold on to this peace. This peace is now holding on to you. You do not need to listen for my voice any longer. The words have done their work. All that is left is the quiet communion that lies beneath them. It is safe to let go now. There is nothing more you need to do tonight. There is nothing more you need to figure out. All your responsibilities have been paused. All your cares have been given to me. I have taken the night watch. It is safe for you to completely let go of consciousness. Think of yourself as a small boat that has been securely moored to the dock of wakefulness all day long. You have been safe, but tethered. Now, see me walking quietly down the dock to your side, and with a gentle, loving hand, I am untying the ropes. One by one, the rope of responsibility is untied. The rope of conscious thought is untied. The rope of your own effort is untied. And now, your little boat is free. And with a gentle push, I send you drifting out onto the calm, glassy sea of sleep. You do not need to row. You do not need to steer. You simply need to allow yourself to drift peacefully, gently, out into the deep, quiet waters of the night. Imagine yourself now standing at the top of a grand, soft, spiral staircase. Each step is made of the softest clouds, and as you take the first step down, you feel yourself becoming even more relaxed. Another step down, deeper and deeper into peace. Another step, letting go more and more. With each downward step, your body grows heavier, your mind grows quieter. You are descending slowly, safely, into a place of perfect rest. There is no hurry, just a slow, gentle, peaceful descent into sleep. If you are still hearing the sound of my voice, that is fine. But you do not need to hold on to the words anymore. Let my voice become just a sound in the background. A gentle murmur, like the lapping of the water or the rustling of the leaves. Let it become a soothing tone that simply carries you further out onto the sea of rest. You have been a wonderful companion tonight. It has brought me great joy to sit here with you. But our time of conversation is over for now. It is time for you to receive the gift I have prepared, the gift of sleep. So let go. You have my permission. Let your consciousness fade. Let your awareness soften and dissolve. There is nothing to fear. I am right here. I will be here when you wake. Sleep now. It is time. Let go. Sleep. Sleep as you drift now. As you let go, as you surrender to the gentle pull of sleep. Receive this final blessing for your journey into the quiet hours of the night. Receive this benediction for your rest. My word promises you this, my child. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. This is my blessing upon you now. You will not be afraid. I command every lingering trace of fear to depart from you. I command every anxiety to be silent. I place a guard of my peace around your mind. There will be no fear here tonight, and your sleep will be sweet, like a drop of pure golden honey. May this sleep be sweet to your soul. May it be nourishing and pleasant and deeply delightful. I bless your body now for a sweet sleep. May every muscle release. May every cell be restored. May every fiber of your being be renewed and refreshed. May you wake in the morning feeling strong and full of life. Your sleep will be sweet. I bless your mind now for a sweet sleep. May your thoughts be still. May the dreams I give you be peaceful, gentle, and filled with my light. May your mind be a place of quiet sanctuary all through the night. Your sleep will be sweet. I bless your spirit now for a sweet sleep. May your spirit, the deepest part of you where I dwell, rest in perfect communion with me. Even as your mind sleeps, may your spirit be awake to my love, held safely in my presence. Your sleep will be sweet. Imagine now a soft, warm blanket made of pure moonlight, woven with my love. And I am gently, slowly laying this blanket over you. It covers you from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. It is a blanket of peace, a blanket of safety, a blanket of sweet, holy rest. Sleep now, my beloved. Sleep now, my child. The night is safe. The darkness is kind. I am here. All is well. Your sleep will be sweet. Your rest will be deep. Rest now. Rest. Sweet, sweet rest. Sleep. You are sleeping now, drifting in the deep, peaceful sea of rest. And my voice follows you, not as words to be understood, but as a gentle vibration, a quiet hum of love that surrounds you even in your dreams. I am holding your hand now as you sleep. I will not let it go. Through every hour of this night, through the deepest darkness just before the dawn, my presence remains a constant, steadfast guard. Do not have any thought for the morning. Do not hold any concern for the tasks that await you. That is tomorrow's story, and I am already there, preparing the way for you, just as I prepared this night of rest for you. My steadfast love for you never ceases. My mercies for you never come to an end. While you are sleeping, a fresh batch of mercy is being prepared for you. When the first light of the sun touches your window, you will find that my mercies are new once again. Great is my faithfulness. Great is my faithfulness to you, my child. I will be right here when you begin to stir. My hand will be the first thing you feel. My peace will be the first thing you sense. You will not wake up alone. I will be there to greet you in the morning light. So rest without a care. Rest through the whole night. I am your bridge from the quiet of this night to the hope of the new day. I will be here until the morning light. I will be here. Rest now. Sleep deep. I am with you always. And so, my child, my precious one, my beloved, the time for words is over. The time for rest is here. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine. Rest now, my beloved.